Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Frosthaven. We now have quite an unbalanced party. We have two level 2 characters and a level 7. Now I've had a little look at Geminate's cards and I've got a rough understanding of how Geminate will work as a character. Some of the cards have got these symbols on the bottom. So we've got 7 melee cards and 7 ranged cards. And these symbols will switch between the melee version and the ranged version, at which point the hand swaps out. So we should be able to keep things roughly even. And there are some nuances around that as well. Cards that allow you to switch when you like. For instance, Feeding Frenzy here. When you kill a monster during your turn, you may switch forms or ignore switch form icon at the end of your turn. So I think these icons happen at the end of the turn, which would make sense because you're picking 2 cards from melee or from ranged. In terms of the cards that we've got, I've kept the basic ones, at least until we've got an understanding of how the character plays, but we do have a level up to do. So we can choose to either get a melee one or a ranged one. Interesting. Oh, this looks lovely. A 2 damage at range 2 to 3 in a weird area. Or retaliate at range 2. But this gets burnt. I mean, this also gets burnt. So that, given they both get burned, let's... Oh, but Venomous Barbs could be really useful. Put it, like, disarm yourself, put it up to a 3... retaliate at 3 range. And the bottom is attack on the bottom and poison, which is quite cool in itself. So there's possibilities for both of them. I think we'll go with Venomous Barbs. Get ourselves an attack on the bottom. I haven't had a look at the perks though, so these are going to be kind of interesting. Acquired resistance. Once each quest, when you would give yourself a negative condition, prevent the condition. Given the number of cards that give you negative conditions, that's kind of an interesting one. Immunity, ignore quest effects. That's really quite powerful. Revitalizing Swarm allows us to remove negative conditions from enemies. Savage. Add a ×2 give yourself brittle card. Unstable equilibrium sounds very interesting. Shove, fester, gouge. I like all of these. Sting. I think we'll start with the intensify because it's getting rid of the -2 is just going to make the deck more consistent. We're going to need to get rid of the -1s as well, but those will come with time. Intensify, first of all, is the big win. So, that's been done. Oh, we do have another perk. Ah, well, let's get rid of one of the -1s as well. And that's fine enough to start off with. In terms of equipment, Geminate does have some resources, so we could build some things. Let's do our regular construction and other stuff first of all. We could build a garden. What's that going to let us do? Build to be able to plant and harvest herbs. Ooh. That's very interesting. Alternatively, we could upgrade the craftsman, the logging camp, the mining camp, and the hunting lodge. Upgrading the craftsman might be a good plan, but I'm more interested in the garden, so let's get that building. And we're going to, I think, use the money from immersion Now, Inertion does have enough money to potentially be able to do some enhancer-related things, depending on how expensive they are, of course. And we'll do the 3 from there as well. So that's that building. Let's head into the Craftsman and see what we could maybe do with Geminate. Spine Glass, give us advantage on an attack. Could be useful. Could also do that with Potion. Still don't know why you'd want the spiked collar. Inspiring Helmet. Simple Charm could be good early on. It's not exactly a healing thing, but getting rid of a -1 modifier. Yeah, let's get that built. Then, in terms of body item, traveling cloak, enemy getting disadvantage, getting a shield. Let's go with the cured leather armor. It is a bit more expensive, taking 2 hide and 2 flame fruit, but we've got spare flame fruit right now, so we'll get that built. So that's body item. Legs item, we've already got winged shoes. One-handed items, we've got poison dagger and heat shield, so we're already equipped on those. And we're not going to get any two-handed items. So then it's just small items, and small items might come from... the Dead Raven is available. During an ally's ranged attack, add Muddle and Curse to the attack. Interesting. Oh yes, we did have that, didn't we? That would have come back in when we retired our characters. There's the Rejuvenating Charm. Whenever you lose a card to negate damage, refresh one of your discarded cards and gain regen. I do like this as an ability, but I don't know if Geminate's going to be in and really taking it or not. For now, let's just go to the Alchemist and we'll see what we can make, because we're only really going to be able to have 1 item, so maybe we'll just start with the friend. No, we can't do the Frenzy. That's a shame. Fire Shield could be useful. Explosive Vial is pretty simple. Ranged 2 damage attack. Kind of like Frenzy, but just better. At least initially, when we don't have much in the way of modifiers. Let's brew it up. Okay, that's all that done. Next up, we have a brand spanking new enhancer. So the only person who's really got any money to be able to do anything here is going to be Inertion. And this is actually where I can talk slightly about the different icons. So we have circle icons, we have square icons, and we have diamond icons. And they do different things. Square icons allow you to add 1 to the number associated with it. Diamond icons allow you to add a number of different modifiers. And circle icons allow you to do, if I select Vile Assault, a different subset of items, such as Jump, Wild Element. So some of these we're going to be able to afford, some of them we're not. And the ones that we would want to be able to afford, I don't think we're going to be able to. That would be things like making the draining arrows better. That's way too expensive. So instead, I'd like to look at stuff that we use regularly. Oh, shield +1 is 105. Yeah, that's very expensive. We could make crushing weight a bit better. We could make sustained momentum a bit better. That's not terrible. Because you can't move money between characters. Let's get that. We've still got a little bit of money which we can use to buy resources, seeing as Inertian's the one who's likely to retire. Oh, we've already done that. We did that at the end of the last episode. The last thing to check, though, have we done our training? There we go. That'll get us a new soldier as well. And I think that's everything we can really do in town. I guess it's time for us to take the party out. Let's just have a quick reminder of our class quest over here. Purchase 5 enhancements, so we need to get money for Geminate. I'm really curious to see how Splitsonian's going to play. And the only quest we have available right now, unless we go back and do old ones, is the Realm of Endless Frost. Looks like we'll be going up against Frost Demons, Living Spirits, and Living Bones. Ugh. You walk into the barracks to find the Bannerspear speaking intently with Captain Olmsted. They wrap up some paperwork and the Bannerspear walks over to you. Friends, good to see you. I just finished enlisting formally in the Town Guard. They note your surprise. I thought about relaxing and enjoying retirement, but frankly the regiment could use some of my experience to help prepare for the next attack. A guard steps up to hand them a Town Guard armour and they politely refuse. No thank you, I've got my own. Oh, just a moment. Before the guard can walk off, the Bannerspear snatches the Frosthaven insignia off the tunic, attaching it to their own chestplate. There we are. Feels fitting to be part of something larger again. Good luck out there, and I'm sure we'll see each other on the battlefield soon.
You approach the edge of a great chasm not far from Frosthaven's gates. A rickety wooden bridge, wide enough for just a single person to cross at a time, spans from one end to the other. The alternative to the treacherous bridge is a swift-looking river fed by glacial runoff down below. It looks dire at best. Before you have a chance to decide, a hulking Olgox wearing a polar bear fur vest steps up to block your path. He speaks in a halting staccato.
You pay use bridge. My bridge.
It's a bridge troll.
Olgox doesn't wait for a response before explaining further.
Legitimate business bridge. You each pay or use death path.
He points to the trail leading down to the river you'd have to ford to get across. The Olgox crosses his arms and waits for an answer.
I think we can support this enterprising individual. Pay to use the legitimate business bridge. Oh wow, that's actually quite expensive. All heroes will lose 1 material. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do it with hides and metal.
The hulking Olgox steps aside and waves you through.
No run. Go slow. Enjoy bridge.
You're not sure if going slow is recommended for safety or overall enjoyment, but the bridge does hold your party's weight the whole way across.
Well, I'm glad about that. Time for us to pick our battle goals. We ideally would like... Oh, Slowpoke, no. To build up as many perk marks as possible, as quickly as possible on our new guys. So I think we'll go for Duelist on Splitsonian. and we'll try and bear it in mind. For inertion, I don't think we really need to do Vanguard. Let's go for Miser. Inertion's less important because Inertion is on the way to retirement, but it'd still be good to get extra perk marks. And Blue Blood. We'll pick Wastrel and we'll try and remember to get targeted at some point and use it.
You've been hiking for what seems like an eternity. The wind screams in your ears and your body is growing stiff. Your hands and feet numbed long ago, and now your mind is beginning to fog. When you left the fjords, you did so in good spirit. With the exception of a few demonic birdmen, your exploration of the coast was going fine, until the storm arrived. At first, it was a thin flurry of snow, wisps of white flakes playing at your ears. Within minutes, though, it had turned vicious, the wind and ice whipping up so fiercely that at times you could see nothing but white as you marched.
Horrible.
Now you stumble on with your heads down, looking for anything that can give you shelter. Suddenly, the snow and ice give out beneath you, and just like that, you are falling, plummeting. Your mind scrambles, the ground appears, then blackness.
Into a cave.
When you awake, there is pain. Blood trickles from various wounds and gloops onto the icy ground. A voice calls out, scratchy and high-pitched.
Oh dear! Oh my! I hope you poor wretches are still alive!
It says.
I get so few visitors. I should hate to miss an opportunity to host.
I really hope this is friendly.
You blink away the fog and see a small humanoid creature made entirely of ice scampering toward you.
Yes, movement, wonderful!
It shrieks.
Oh please, won't you follow me onto the terrace?
Some kind of
The
ice
creature leads
jester
away to the entrance
king
of its
thing?
home, a conical structure with walls of stone and crystalline ice. You are somewhere foreign, though, surrounded by unforgiving ice that seems to creep closer when you look away. You glance back to see the path behind you frozen over, and when you look ahead, your host is conveniently absent. Several piles of snow rise and then snap into solid forms, small, spindly humanoids that glitter in pale light. They each take a shrill breath and stretch their long, wicked-looking tails. So much for hospitality.
Ah, here we go. We need to kill the Prince of Frost. Each hero will start off by discarding 2 cards and getting muddled, and the door will unlock when all enemies are dead. If we do Perpetual Mutation and switch forms each round, then we'll get one of our mastery things for Geminate. If we lose at least one ability card each round, we'll also do that. So these are things that we could, in theory, manage, but we may not necessarily want to right now. It looks like there's going to be 2 rooms for us to go into. I don't know if this... I assume this area is going to be accessible somehow. Or maybe 3 rooms for us to go through. Hazardous terrain, frost demons with retaliate, and of course the living spirits with massive shields. I don't know what's going to be good ones to discard. I really like the look of Hornet Stingers. Yeah, Hornet Stingers looks pretty darn nice. Flailing Tendrils feels... Ah, you know what? I didn't put on the new level 2 card. Okay, it's no problem. We'll keep Flailing Tendrils because it does wound on everything within range 2. Everything within range 2. Let's lose Draining Pincers. And we will lose... maybe Scarab Flight? No, we'll lose Selfless Offering. As for Blue Blood... One with the Mountain is such a good card for healing. We're likely to see a lot of Frost. So keeping the Disarm available, I think, would be more useful than some of the other things. And we're going to need Piercing Pummel as well. Let's lose Frost Eruption. Oh, hang on. Are these being just discarded? They're just being discarded, so we're not losing them permanently. Okay, that makes me feel a bit better. Temporarily, we'll lose one with the Mountain. And Inertion was immune to those. Okay. We can pick whether we're going to be ranged or melee to start off with. That would put us in a very strong position if we could be right in the middle of everything, but unfortunately we're not going to be right in the middle of everything. We could get to here and do Flailing Tendrils, hit you and hit you. Let's have a look at the... It's Retaliate 1, so it's not too bad. It is not a lot of damage to put out, though. That's the kicker. We can do Drag Down. So we're going to need something to move us in a little bit. Let's say Flailing Tendrils to move us in and Drag Down, and we'll attack both of these. We'll take a bit of damage from this guy, but that's not too bad. I think we're going to need as much range support as we can, so we'll put on Precision Aim. And I'd kind of like to consume stamina as well, but I think we'll put on Relentless. So Precision Aim and Relentless, and you're just going to end up kind of tanking a lot of it. And Frozen Fist. I want to start moving towards the Living Spirits over the back. But we can do a Cold Boulder on these guys. So let's say Encase Punch and Cold Boulder. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. We jump on through, do a Cold Boulder behind, and then we're in a position to move on up. Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure this is not going to go badly. And we'll heal up a little bit if we take any damage as well. Spirits are going to do some ranged shooting, so we'll recover some of that. Frost Demons are also going to do some ranged shooting. kind of unexpected, but it's cool. Let's step in here, and we will drag down. Before I do that, back up. Yeah, just checking the options that we had. Probably don't need to poison at this point. But it'd be good for helping clear one of these out. So let's do you. There is the one retaliation damage. We end the turn and it should switch. There we go. I love it when a plan comes together. Hop on in. Nice big pop. Attack both of these. We are going to suffer some retaliate damage because we're right up next to him, but it's not too bad. And there's our healing for the future. Yeah, give him disadvantage. I'm glad we did that. Just take the damage because you can heal it up. It's a very handy ability, that. This one we will get the shield in the way of. These guys hit hard. I don't like it. Precision aim on. And relentless. Now this has been set up as a big prep, of course. So we'll have to do our best. Cool, it has automatically put the ones up to the top that I can actually use. So we could do... We're not going to do Hail of Thorns. Oh, these are both burnables. Into my embrace, pull someone closer. So range 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could hit him with it, yeah? And Mind Spike as well. Maybe we'll end up killing him. Drifter, I need you in here and shooting things with draining arrows. So we'll go Shockwave and draining arrows. Shockwave will move us up 3. 1, 2, 3 is good enough to get up in the middle of all this. We need to do a big old piercing pummel on this guy. Fury of the Mountain. We can step in and get some retaliation. Piercing pummel gives us even more retaliation. Might need some healing after we're done with all this, but that's fine. Looks like more plink plink coming in, and the frost demons are hitting hard, so ideally we'll have a whole bunch of them killed before long. It is a bit of a waste hitting these guys, but get it done. Oh, we get the ×0 on the one that really doesn't matter. It's fine. Protective Scepter is out of range. Probably should use the muscle potion, but because they were mostly going to die, it didn't seem worthwhile. Geminate. Hit this guy. Nice big hit. Into my embrace will just kill him. Even rolling badly. Good job. Little bit of damage. The muddle is probably more annoying. Let's get in and give a bit of a wallop on this. It's a shame there's not quite enough movement to get to the other side. And because there's no frost, we couldn't punch through the both of them. Still, we'll give him a hit. It's fine enough. Icebound quills. 1, 2. We need something that's going to move us up 3. Yeah? Hornet stingers can move us in. And we'll use icebound quills to just take us. In fact, we can move 1, 2, 3 and come up this way and have a go there. That's going to work well enough. I don't like the hazardous terrain in our way. That's kind of bad. Let's go consume stamina and deadly shot. So we're going to come round probably this side, maybe this side actually, just to grab the bag. And Frozen Fist, you're going to do what you can. Ice Blast, crushing crystals. Oh, there's cursing coming. No damage, but cursing is still not good. We could just use the explosive vial. To get you gone. It's a very useful thing to have. So we're saving the icebound quills for the future. First bit of loot, Splitsonian gets some hide. You're in range for deadly shot. That works pretty well for us, actually. Come around this side, grab some loot. We're missing a lot of active bonuses at the moment with our ranged attack. Frozen Fist. Step in. And it's attack 2 regardless of what we do. There's nothing to Ice Blast yet. Unfortunate. So we're going to suffer a curse. On both of them. Ugh. We can shoot you again, can't we? No, we can't. Okay, well, let's do some friendly healing then. We could do Chunk of Flesh and Crushing Weight. Crushing Weight is going to provide healing over here. Chunk of Flesh is going to give us back one of the uses of our bonuses, so we'll get two ranged attack bonuses back. We'll do a long rest on Frozen Fist, get a bit more healing in. And Living Spirit's going to clink, probably at Geminate. But the problem is already solved. So skip the second attack. Let's get the experience. Oh, we can't go onto there and pick up the stuff because it's an obstacle. Well, I guess we're moving towards the hazardous terrain. We can use our winged shoes to jump over it when the time comes. Give you a spot of healing, get back some precision aim. And Chunk of Flesh, no one to attack, but we'll do the healing on ourselves because we'll be quite in range. And get another precision aim. And for the long rest, we'll lose maybe Cold Boulder. That gives us a little bit more healing as well. We need to do a rest over on Geminate. I didn't time the switching back and forth correctly because I used 2 switch cards in the same round, so we've ended up slightly out of sync, but that's fine. That's very much a case of learning how the character plays. We'll go for Breakthrough and Sustain Momentum, come grab this. Or maybe, actually, it'd be better to do it with the Drifter. 1, 2, 3. In case Punch would do, but in case Punch is a nice jump. We could do Crushing Crystals to just move forwards, take some damage from this and heal. And we're gonna play one with the mountain, so we can start cycling cards back for life. Frozen Fist. One in the mountain first of all. Move on round. Bit of healing. And Geminate, long rest. We will lose let's not lose Mind Spike. Selfless Offering? Healer's 3 is pretty big. No, we'll lose Hornbeetle Carapace. We will recover crushing crystals. It'll do 3 damage to us. But we'll start regenning that as we go forwards. So we want to hop over. Drag down will give us a nice hop. Draining pincers would also get us a nice hop. Let's say changelings. In fact, hop of 3, 1, 2, 3. It's probably not going to get us close enough. So something that I don't mind losing-ish. Flailing tendrils. We're purposefully moving slow over here, though. We don't need to jump forwards, but moving in a reasonable distance could be good. Fury of the Mountain will give us a bit of shielding. So let's say Fury of the Mountain and Ice Blast will charge in and see who's around. And Drifter, you're gonna come and get closer. With the 2 of these, you should be able to at least get up to this space by the end of the turn. Frozen Fist. Let's see what's in the room.
As soon as you dispatch the creatures,
Oh.
the main door to this structure opens with a rumble.
Unexpected.
Oh my word!
The host calls out.
I can't believe how rude my friends are being. But you mustn't judge me by their behavior. Hurry on now. Our celebration simply will not wait.
Okay.
You realize moving further into a trap isn't the wisest decision, but you have few words to give your host, and it's not like there's any other way out of here. You step into the entry hall and the door behind you shuts. Because of course it does. A low, croaking groan rises, and a fist, bony and rotten, punches through the floor.
Ah.
A number of corpses pull themselves from the ground and shuffle toward you, their decayed muscles wasted into grey strings.
Oh dear!
The host shouts through the wall.
Such poor manners!
Yeah, such poor manners indeed. Whenever the Orb of Bones is dealt damage, all heroes and monsters suffer 2 damage. So we want to kill the Orb of Bones in 3 separate small hits. The door will unlock when the Orb of Bones is destroyed. We can't use the second ability of Ice Blast. Is this an obstacle? Kind of. Probably can't be poisoned. Yeah, can't be poisoned. Ah! Didn't get dealt damage. It has been cursed, though. Drifter. We can definitely use Unending Fight to do 2 nice hits on it. Let's step up to here. And I'm actually going to have the muscle potion for this, because I think it's going to be very useful. Take the damage, take the damage. Take the damage. If we move around to the other side, things will stay nice and open for us. A little bit of healing. That's a really good hit, actually. Take the damage. Take the damage. Take the damage. So if we do a little bit more damage to it, then these will both die as well. Sure, give him disadvantage. Or he can kill himself with the Relentless. Well, it kind of simplifies things a little bit for us. Let's step in, and we won't use Flailing Tendrils because that will hit our friend. Instead, we'll just give it a little tickle. Take the damage. Take the damage. Take the damage. The door is unlocked. We can afford to rest, recuperate. Do you want to get Ice Blast back? Yes, we do. And actually, that was kind of beneficial. Selfless Offering. That's only going to heal one person, but it will still heal. And Harvest the Essence. Between the two of them, that's a good amount of healing coming out. We'll do a long rest for Inertion. Never exit a room with loot bags in it. There was no... Oh, because it was under the obstacle. I was wondering why that failed. We couldn't get it. It's totally not fair. Frost Eruption will give us healing. Frost Eruption is a level 3 one though, so in order to get it back, it will cost us more than we would expect. It's not a problem, it's just something that we want to pay attention to. Let's use Piercing Pummel as our second card for that. So Geminate. First things first. Come up here, give yourself a little bit of healing. And then probably best to... Oh, it has to be someone else. Okay. Yeah, if it has to be someone else, then we'll do it that way. Frozen Fist, heal yourself. Mostly it's treading water, but I'm not against it. Drifter, long rest. We'll lose... Ooh. I like so many of these. Let's lose Deadly Shot. So if we do this, it's going to do 2 damage to us, which we just got back. However, we did get 1 more with the regenerate, so it's not the worst plan. So let's get Piercing Pummel. I think it's going to be more actively useful in the next room. Speaking of the next room, we want to grab that loot before we go out, so let's do that now. If we go relatively quick with Mind Spike to move and Hail of Thorns to not really do anything, that will grab that at least. Breakthrough will move us into the next room quite nicely. So Draining Arrows and Breakthrough, and we'll see who gets shot. Encased Punch and Piercing Pummel. Potentially hop and get a decent hit on something with a shield. So Geminate first things first. Step down. Skip the attack. Hey, Splitsonian's got some Snow Thistle. You're actually moving a bit faster than I expected, which is not great for what I wanted. Let's take us through.
Oh dear, oh dear. It looks like
Oh,
that
it
nasty
didn't
old
just
fox has
teleport us
gotten
in.
into the doors again.
Your host says in a distinctly mocking tone.
I guess you'll have to come in through the side hall.
This looks nasty.
You push through into a cramped room full of rubbish and corpses.
Sorry for the mess. Be a good egg and clean it up a bit while you're back there.
Huh. Yeah. Well, at least we're going to get a bit of retaliate. Oh, we can actually attack these to clear them out. I guess we'll loot the treasure chest while we're going through it as well. Drifter, I need you in that room. If I don't do the power potion, we're not going to really do any damage to this living spirit. If I do the power potion, there's a significant chance we'll be able to kill him. So we'll do the power potion. We'll hit you first. We'll hit you second. And this one third. Yay, got him killed. I am happy enough with how that went. Protective Scepter on our friend just in case. And I should have used my Amulet of Life when we did the long rest. I'll keep it in case we get hit with an affliction of some kind. The double retaliate worked. And we will get back Encased Punch. We're going to be able to hop straight to get that. We need to transition, so we're going to do Into My Embrace and Firefly Swarm. Should probably grab this, but we can do some healing with Consume Stamina at range 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we just do something like Sustained Momentum and yeah. So we will use Consume Stamina, but we're going to stab this guy with Sustained Momentum, and then we're going to move through and loot that that bag. That's what we'll do. In case punch, you're going to jump 1, 2, 3, 4. Get this. And crushing crystals do an attack. And living spirit's going to plink at someone. In we go. If we do it like that, we're only really going to get one attack off, which is a bit of a shame, but we destroy the obstacle, so it makes little difference. What have we got? Blue Blood loots an Ice Shiv. Sounds kind of appropriate. So sustain momentum on this. That's not going to do the job, unfortunately. Let's get back precision aim. Even doing my best, we're not going to get over there. So let's just come back and grab this. Ooh, that's painful. That's why we have a shield. Get on in, and we will shoot that. Unfortunately, it can't be pulled around, but that's fine. We do have winged boots, so we'll be able to hop over next turn. Ooh. You know what? We are going to get something back. Let's get back encased punch. Hornet Stingers to move 3. 1, 2, 3. And then Changeling's Boon to stab a couple of things. This is still going to be in the way, unfortunately. Shockwave and Unending Fight will get us past it, probably. And we just need to hop over and punch this guy. So round we come. This is going to be such a sketchy way of doing this, but may as well stab this because we've got an attack to be used. And then we could come up to here and get this one, just so it's done. But no, let's go up this direction and get it like that. Frozen Fist, stick to the original plan. Although you can actually just move up and then encased punch him straight. And I think that is a stronger move, so we'll do that. No need to poison him, although maybe we should have. Time 0, it's unfortunate. So Geminate, this means that your boon's not going to be as useful. So I think we're just going to grab this. A little bit of damage. He died from retaliation, which is fine. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but not going to complain. There's no point in us getting anything back this round. So we'll skip the ability and we'll just do a long rest. So Frozen Fist, long rest. I really like that one with the mountain ability. I think it's a very, very nice one. We need to smack this out of the way. So let's do Chunk of Flesh and Crushing Weight. We'll get some healing back and some movement on our abilities. And we'll move forwards a little bit with Geminate. So Geminate can't actually get over here without burning a card. I don't want to burn a card, so... I feel like we should be able to hit that one by attacking in this direction, but it's just... it's not giving it to me, which is annoying. I think it probably just doesn't quite go far enough around. If we reposition ourselves, we could attack through, actually. That would also be fine. Step down. Yeah, it's much of a muchness. Step down to here and attack that way. ×2. That pile of rubble didn't stand a chance. Okay, Drifter. Skip the attack. Heal our friend. Get back. Precision aim. And then heal our other friend and get back Relentless. Long rest. Let's lose Frost Eruption. We could probably get away with doing a short rest on Geminate. We've failed on all of our abilities, so all of our personal quests. How close are you to you need a long rest as well? All right, we'll do 2 long rests. So long rest, and we can move a bit closer to the door. Yeah, Fury of the Mountain would do quite nicely. Crushing Crystals, actually. That'll step us in and heal us. Yeah, Crushing Crystals and something that we don't care about for this upcoming turn. Probably Ice Blast. Although Ice Blast has got the move for next turn. Piercing Pummel, that's what we'll do. So Frozen Fist will be at full health when he moves in. No one to attack. Drifter. Heal up, we will lose Crushing Weight, I think. And Geminate. We should lose one of our ranged ones this time. Maybe Hail of Thorns. Do we want to get crushing crystals back? Let's cancel the active round bonuses. And get back piercing pummel instead. It's a better choice, because there may be something with a big shield in the next room. We want to move a teensy distance. And then change. So drag down. Oh, it's not. It's done them the other way around. My mistake. Into my embrace is a switch. Selfless offering is... Yeah, selfless offering will switch us. And... and Scarab Flight, I think. So we'll grab this and transition. We need to get into the room, so let's go relatively quickly. The room is small-ish. We can use Consume Stamina at a reasonable range. We can use Breakthrough to get into the room. That works. And likewise, we're going to want to go quite far in and probably do a piercing pummel on something. Yeah, let's give that a go. So Drifter, first of all. Activate the boots. Let's open it up.
After smashing through the detritus and the undead, you finally clear a path into what appears to be a dining room.
Interesting.
Oh, lovely, lovely. You're here.
The demon says. It waves you in like a master's servant presenting a fine meal.
And just in time.
It claps twice and prances around the room with glee, singing all the while.
Nice and tender. Nice and tender.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that tender.
The demon's limbs are pure ice. Its face is crooked, teeth bent, and its jaw is stained with red. The creature stops and flourishes a hand.
Now, won't you please come in and join me?
Sure. So we're going to carry on moving on up. And I think I'm going to hit this Frost Demon straight away with the Consume Stamina. Although we can hit the guy at the back. Let's have a look at his Retaliate. It is a range 3 Retaliate, but it's only 1 Retaliate. So I think hitting the Frost Demons is a smarter choice right now. And give us a bit of healing. Because we really need them to be gone sooner rather than later. You know what? Let's use the stone skin as well. Geminate. I wonder if we were to go here. 1, 2, 3. Well, no, we wouldn't be able to hit that with Scarab Flight. Just stick to the original plan. Then again, I think it's just not happy because of the visibility. So skip the attack. And we got 4 gold. It's going to start paying towards our enhancements. Right, well, I think we need to encase punch this guy. But unfortunately we can't, because we're not going to be close enough, so we'll instead have to get to here and piercing pummel him. Now this guy is immune to disarm, he's immune to stun, he's immune to curse, he's immune to snare, but he's not immune to poison or wound. Case punch is a smart one to get back. We don't need piercing pummel. Whereas in case punch will allow us to put extra damage out in theory. I need you in as far as you can. So drag down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even that's not going to be super far. And you're not going to be able to Hornet Stinger it either from there. Still, we can use it to move in and change form. So if we're using this to move in 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, puts us right here. Bit of an awkward place. We could go Draining Pincers and attack this guy. It burns it, but we're kind of towards the end, so I think that's probably fine. Draining arrows on both of these makes a lot of sense. Chunk of flesh on the big guy also makes a bit of sense, so does sustain momentum. So if we shockwave to move on up and then sustain momentum. And I think this means... Oh, if we step in the middle, we can hit both of them with Ice Blast. Fury of the Mountain to step in, Ice Blast to hit them both. One hero refreshes one lost card, and he heals a whole bunch of things and summons a snow imp. Yeah, we want to get him killed sooner rather than later. I really wish we could stun him. Nice hit, though. And we will get an additional use of Relentless. No one's in range for the Protective Scepter, so we'll leave it as is. Ah, it's not quite far enough. I misjudged that. Probably less worth it then. And better for us to step up in between the two of them like this and use Fury of the Mountain instead. We'll get poison on him. At the very least, that's going to be useful. And now, if we suffer damage, we'll suffer less damage this round, so that's also good. Right, Geminate. There is no one to disarm. But we can hit this guy, get him poisoned as well. Oh, come on. Unfortunate. The poison is there, but we just burned 2 cards for no benefit. Yeah. Recover lost cards. Let's recover... Oh, the lost cards. Oh, ooh. Well, yeah. Hail of Thorns becomes very, very cool, even though it would muddle our own people. Partly because it generates frost, but I think we'll do Draining Pincers. Very much a strange jester character. Right, let's get back Ice Blast. Frozen Fist. We can Encase Punch to hop over and then Ice Blast the 2 of them. Stick to the original plan-ish. We can Unending Fight this guy. Oh, he's got rid of his poison. That's annoying. We can Vile Assault him. Poison and wound him. Yeah, Draining Arrows, Vile Assault, and we'll try and reposition ourselves so that we get back an active bonus. He will be poisoned by the time this is done. Icebound Quills will do a lot of damage to this guy right next to us. Let's do Icebound Quills and then Draining Pincers. So we're going to take a little bit of retaliate damage here, but we killed the guy. So then again, maybe we won't. And we may as well hop and start grabbing some loot. A little bit of money. Always like the money. Frozen Fist. We're going to drink the muscle potion for this one, for sure. Five damage. It's good. Wait, did it not target the Snow Imp? How did it not target the Snow Imp? Maybe I needed to select both of them. Let's restart the round just to find out if I just messed up, which I probably did. So I said we were going to do Icebound Quills, Draining Pincers. That was those 2, and this was going to be Draining Arrows and Vile Assault. So step through again quickly. Icebound on this guy. Gets him killed. Grab a couple of bits of gold. Frozen Fist hops over. Yes, you need to explicitly select them. Okay. That was just me making a mistake then. Oh, I forgot to drink my potion. Well, I will accept that as my fate for being a fool. What are you going to do? You're going to do some shenanigans. So let's get Protective Scepter out on our friend. Get the poison on him. And get a wound on him. And we'll get back a use of Relentless. And then move around. Oh, I didn't see that there, otherwise I would have moved on to that. We'll get back a use of Relentless as well. It's a solid hit. The brittle is annoying. Because that's going to double the amount of damage we take. It's removed if the character's healed. We'll just skip and we'll do a long rest. That's what we'll do. So Frozen Fist, long rest, lose a card to negate 2 or less damage from an attack. We should do that if we get the opportunity. Drifter will do the basic. And can we move up 3? Firefly Swarm will get us in enough. So if we do Into My Embrace and Firefly Swarm, we can shoot him and then move in. Or the Drifter can move around and grab that, and you can grab this one. Both of them good options. Unending Fight is probably a smarter attack. Just keep whittling him down. Then move round and hit him again. A little bit of healing. We'll suffer retaliation and damage again, but at least it takes the edge off it. And we'll not use the extra shield bonus from Chunk of Flesh. We'll keep that card as is. Into My Embrace. Let's hit him. We'll skip pulling him around. And we'll step onto this. I think we should be fine with getting him killed. Shields up. Retaliation. Well, this is gonna hurt. Well, that's unexpected. I should have taken the other one. All right, let's lose Crushing Crystals and Fury of the Mountain. He just makes us brittle again. Now we've healed up at least. So unfortunately this is going to send us unconscious. Big shame, didn't get to finish his abilities, but we're still going to succeed with the mission. So we're going to walk in with Flaming Tendrils and hit Changeling's Boon. And I think we'll do a short rest on the Drifter just to make sure we're going to get this guy taken out. We'll do Consume Stamina. No, we'll do Shockwave and Unending Fight. Hero loses a card from hand or 2 cards from discard. Ooh. He's moving quite quickly. Can we kill him before that happens? Probably not, but you never know. We'd have to roll a +1 on the next hit. Or just a 0 and then he would have died at the start of his turn. It's fine. We will get him killed. Use one available card, chunk of flesh. Let's finish this guy. Step on in. Have a stab. There goes his crown onto the floor. Step and grab this, and we may as well hit this guy as well with everything we've got. Well, Blue Blood got knocked unconscious, but overall that went alright, I'd say. No one gained a level, but we got some experience for people. We got some money for people. No one managed any of their battle goals. Also unfortunate, but it's for a first outing for Geminate, not bad.
Of all the parties you've been to, this is certainly one of the worst. The creature dies without any humour or grace. It simply shrieks, and like a vase dropped from a high shelf, shatters into 1,000 pieces. When it's done, the house begins to shudder. The doors snap open with surprising force. An exit appears at the back of this room. A new door leading to a flat plain of white snow. Chunks of ceiling crash into the floor. You run and dive through the door, skidding to a stop in the fresh powder. You look back, and there hangs the door, hovering above the ground. A portal cut out of thin air. Through it you watch the ice realm crumble and collapse, and then vanish into nothingness.
Well, that probably explains why it was so cold.
With the bizarre magic gone, you quickly realize where you are, back near the northern edge of Frosthaven. You hike up a familiar hill and see its palisade wall and small lines of smoke rising from its hearths. This seems as good a sign as any. Time to head back and get some rest.
Agreed. That gave us 2 prosperity. Wow. I think that's enough to move us up to level 4, yes. Once complete, the garden draws young and old alike to contribute to its maintenance. In the summer, it will grow arctic flowers and edible green timberberries. In the winter months, root vegetables and squash. Among the rows, you greet Lyceritus, the Savas, who's busy tending to tea plants. Guiding you around, its rocky face tranquil, Lyceritus queries you about your collection excursions outside of Frosthaven. If you'd like to plant a sample of what you find here, you'll be able to propagate more of them for your use. Lyceritus is patient with your many gardening questions and ends the day brewing you a cup of tea. As a Savas, Lyceritus only consumes rocks, but enjoys the scent just the same. It is transporting, Lyceritus says, closing its eyes and leaning over the waft of steam, evidently glad for a break in the busy day. He's giving us a new outpost event and a new road event. Separately, you and Crane stand in the Crotchel study, looking down at his desk. Atop it sits a shard of ice that you took from the Prince of Frost's realm, and next to it is Crane's lamp. Nothing's happening. The lamp flickers green, but the ice sits stubbornly frozen and unchanging. No vapour, No energy. Nothing, Crane says. It's not related at all to the energy we were researching, though I do recognise a few things in your report. Crane snuffs out the lamp and moves over to a small fireplace, in which he's worked into a stifling blaze. That bit of verse I translated, which let's hope there's no more of that. It mentioned an ice prince not unlike the creature you found, spoke a good deal about capricious spirits and the like, beings that appear during northern storms and vanish in the air. Logren found the poem and thought the creature might be related to the energy. Crane tosses 2 handfuls of kindling into the already roaring fire. You squint at the flames and spot a small object that he seems to be heating, a brass orb, except it can't be brass because it hasn't melted or changed shape. Her team found the Ice Prince, same as you, but their visit didn't go as well. She ultimately ruled it out as an avenue for investigation, too dangerous and no obvious connection to the energy. I've been hoping she'd make a mistake, but no, she doesn't seem to make any. Crane takes up a pair of billows and works the flames until they're practically scorching his face. In any case, he says, head turned from the heat, they did speak of an energy site not too far away from where you were, a forest. Crane takes a pair of tongs and removes the heated orb. It's glowing now, a dark red ball that he immediately plunges into a bucket of water, filling the room with steam. That look on your face reminds me of Suther. Crane stopped smelting metal in your quarters. Crane stopped testing elixirs on the Watchman. Crane stopped trying to capture lightning in a cage. Bunch of warriors that love you. Crane reaches his tongs into the bucket and pulls out the cooled orb. It's taken on a deep black colour, and there are faint scratches going all around its exterior that look similar to the ancient quattril writing. Just go explore that forest already. Torfy's notes say something about an energy source, and then up, down, right. If you can figure out what that means, then maybe I'll be able to figure out this blasted experiment, Crane says with a finality, and dumps the orb unceremoniously back in the fire.
There, down to the left.
The mining camp foreman points your way toward a narrow opening in the rock wall.
Was just some scratches 2 days ago, now it's a whole cavern. A miner said it's been growing every day. He figured it was the night crew.
He refuses to go any further into the passage.
We don't have a night crew.
You toss a torch into the dark chamber, and it casts light on the cavern walls. Long, finger-width marks carved out into a full room. In the middle of it, a stone pillar looms ominously, seemingly chiseled by claw out of the rock of the mine. This is precisely the sort of issue anyone would happily pay a mercenary to deal with. So the question is, how much?
I think we should be paid based on whatever it is we wind up having to clear out of that room. If it is just a tiny, tiny thing, then they shouldn't be paying a huge amount. We're here to help the town, after all.
You get the foreman to agree to a rate proportional to whatever horrors you discover in the room. A night demon has taken up residence, drawing power from a natural focus point in the mine. It's been harvesting the essence of evil and is pretty upset with your sudden interest in killing it. The whole ordeal takes just a few minutes, but you'll be digging broken claws out of your skin for days. At least the foreman was happy to turn over some extra coin when he saw the trouble you went to.
Awesome. Well, 30 shared gold and 3 metal. That is all gonna go to our newbie. The metal I'll split between them all, I think. That makes a lot of sense. So at outpost level 4, can we upgrade the wall? We can, then we should upgrade the wall. Let's get that going. In fact, no, we'll do that next time. We have no specific advances for the characters, so it's then just going to be a question of what materials we save, what we sell, and where we go forwards, and also if and when we're going to plant something in the garden. Maybe something that we don't have a lot of, like snow thistle, with the plan to get more of it. Harvest them automatically every 2 weeks. Yeah? Again, we don't know how much the herbs are going to be used in the future. Well, we'll decide that next time. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have enjoyed it, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Frosthaven. See you soon.